Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Sauced in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour. My turn for comedy, where our funny folks come to earn money for their funny. That's right, everybody. There is a place that actually does that, and it's not just in your imagination or mine. If you guys are sitting in front of your TV, in your living room, in front of your comfy couch, you guys can join us on Roku. It's easy, it's three simple steps. You can access your Roku device, like I'm getting ready to do now. You can download the UBS and TV app. I've already done it, so now it's your turn. And then you search Sauced in the City, and if you hit play, you will be launched into our world of crazy. Say, hey, mom, I'm on TV. Yay! Because y'all on TV. Y'all on TV. I'm sure y'all heard yourself in the background. Well, I did not come here by myself today to play. So let's introduce today's contestants. It's going to be a great show. What's going on, Mike Gleason?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Later in the 3 minute drill, I'll be telling you about the time we had rescued a cat when I was growing up, and we named it after a type of recreational drug. To leave you in suspense.
I love it. Randy Holton, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again.
Same here, Brenda. Always good to see you.
Oh my God, I love your house. It's my old house. More to that story later. What's going on, Lisa D?
Hello, everybody! Hello!
What in the hippity heck do you have in your hand?
This is my Vice President Camilla bobblehead.
Okay, Vice President, is it Camilla?
Yeah,
Kamala,
Camilla,
Kamala, Kamala,
Camilla,
Kamala. There you
Camilla.
go.
It's even spelled right there. That's even worse.
That's
Camilla.
even worse. Oh my God, that just shows you what job she's doing. More on that later. Last but certainly not least, we got Vanessa Ray, our here Billy Peach in the house. What's going on, you?
Oh, nothing much outside of I'm not 43% responsible because I had an edible too.
It seems like the wonderful edible eggs around here. Oh my goodness. So you've had a chance to kind of be in the green room, and I am going to give you your pick at first impressions on one of your adjoining cast members. And whoever
Okay.
is doing that clicking, stop it. All right. So you are going to get your choice of Mike Gleason, Randy Holton, or Lisa D on the first impressions in the category of friendly. From 0 to 14, who's your candidate and what do you give them?
Oh gosh, I gotta give Lisa the high ranking there. She's always upbeat and laughing and smiling and inspiring. So she gets that 14.
Look at that. She is inspiring. You got a 14, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Nicely done. You know, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So, Lisa D in the interesting department, 0 to 9. And who's your candidate?
I'm going to say Randy. Randy is one of these people that when you meet him in person, oh my gosh, he's a nine interesting because he does some crazy shit. You'll be
Oh
like,
my,
he did what? It's like, yeah, he did. It's like, no, yeah, he did. And it's Randy.
there's
Nine.
still a story there with the strippers and the card. We'll
Oh,
get to
yes.
that later.
Ooh.
Randy, you got a 9 in the interesting department. And so now, of course, it's your turn of first impressions. You know, you never get a second chance to make one. In the confident department, who's your award going out to? And what do you give them on the scale?
I would give Vanessa Ray. She's got a lot of confidence. I watched a little skit she did when as the host of the comedy show. So She's got pretty good confidence for sure. I give it a high number, definitely.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, 0 to 21.
We'll give her 21.
Ooh, I'm digging the love around here. All right, Michael Gleason, it is your turn to squirm. In the kind, no, wait, we did that one. We did confident, we did, ooh, no, we didn't do friendly. Did we? I think we did. So
Yes, we did
charismatic
friendly.
is your field. On a scale of 0 to 16, who gets your award and what do you give them?
I'm going to give the full amount to Lisa D. That was just genuine. First of all, the outfit, the hat with the goggles, fantastic. You've already, the charisma. You're already catching the audience on the first try, and I think that's awesome. And just you are great in front of the camera. You don't seem terribly shy or self-conscious, and you're just being your usual, a very genuine self, and that translates very well. So you're doing well in the charisma category.
Oh,
Wow, thank you.
Look at you. Look at you just winning over the world. As I mean, you do to me all the time, but that's just a me thing. So it's good to know. It's good to know that you are winning over the world worldwide. Michael Gleason, it is always good to hear from you. And my first impressions of you were when I first met you, I did not know you were so out there. You were so like, yeah, my name is Mike Gleason. And I was like, whoa, okay. And then you gave me all of these details. And I was like, you know what? I think we're going to be fast friends for a long time. And Randy Holton, my first impressions of you so very long ago was that you were creepy because let me explain. Randy used to tune in to us and like it looked like the cave where the guy hangs out in Kuwait, like the cave, and then his internet would never work. So I was like, what is going on? But as I got to know him, I was like, my first impression was he really wanted to be on the show, to be fighting against all those odds to be there. So I have changed my first impression from creepy to, dedicated. And I thank you for doing that. Dedicated. Lisa D, well, when I met you, somebody already told me that I was going to love you. They're like, oh no, you're going to love her. And I was like, screw her. I love you. And I am so glad that she was right because I have been loving you from day one. And you are the bestie that a girl could ever have. Vanessa Ray, the Hillbilly Peach, you definitely got me and bowled me over with that voice and that big, beautiful personality. And I was like, oh yeah, she's going to be my friend for a long time. And now we have a new person to the stream. Miko J, you right on time because my first impressions of you was, uh-oh. I was like, well, okay. I hope she likes me. Please like me. So it was all good because I found out you like me and I've just been addicted to your entrepreneurship because you be out there grinding. So welcome aboard to the show. I'm so glad that you are able to join us because now my board looks nice, big, and complete. Yeah, and y'all know what time it is. It's game time.
Yes.
It's game time. I gotta make up a music. Lord have mercy. I have to make up some music to that. How about this one? I want to know which one would shut it down the quickest. Do you think that would be Mr. I went a blank on all of them. Wait a minute.
Lamar, Fred Sanford, and
Pop.
Jefferson.
Okay, so wait a minute. I heard Randy in there. I heard Randy in there with some knowledge. Randy,
It's,
was that you?
yes, Lamar, Fred Sanford, and Jefferson.
Okay, okay. I'm digging it. So you get first try at saying who do you think would give or would shut it down the quickest.
Well, Mr. Jefferson, since he moved up to the east side, he ain't putting up with no crap.
Okay, I want to go too. It smells like nail polish remover in my house and I'm about to die. So if I pass out, Lisa, just keep talking. All right, Mike, who do you think will shut it down the quickest?
I'm gonna go with John Amos, who played the dad on Good Times, just because I don't know
Oh,
if you ever that show is based. It's set in or it's implied that they're in Cabrini Green, which was one of the toughest projects in South Chicago. So between him and Esther Roll and Jimmy Walker, they absolutely sunk it into those characters. And John Amos is kind of a rough guy in real life, so he played a brusque middle-aged guy. I'm really not interested in your bleep anymore, and I think he'd be the first person to shut it down.
absolutely. I think you're right about that. Lisa D, who do you think would be the first to shut it down?
Red Fox in real life. Red Fox was a dirty, nasty comedian. And he, oh my gosh, he would always start out singing, but then he would just be, oh my gosh, Red Fox would shut everybody down. If you put him against any comedian right now, Red Fox could shut him down.
Shutting it
He
down.
would shut it down and then sing about it. He'd sing about it first.
Vanessa Ray, who do you think would be the first comedian to shut it down?
Now, I think John Amos can whip both of their asses, but I have to agree with Lisa. When she said that, I was like, yes, Red Fox man would just tear it. He would just rip everybody apart, and they'd all be looking around like, where'd that tsunami come from? You know, just he's old school. He's been in it so long, and the other two, they've got their time, but they're sitcom. Red Fox is not only sitcom, he was improv and comedy and stand up and you name it, but he'd shut everything down.
Mhm.
I love it. Miko J, here's your selections. Which one would shut it down the quickest, do you think?
Now, John Amos' forehead and his whole facial structure by itself will shut shit down. Period. Period. You know, he has that He-Man whole look about his life right there. You know, he's not only gonna turn green, he gonna turn like that hunter green, that bluish, blackish plus tax thing. He's
Oh,
gonna
Lord.
add to all that shit. But
Oh,
that red fox gonna cuss your ass, shut it down, and fuck your wife. So, hey,
I like her. Oh
yeah,
man, this is a good pick. All right, everybody. Comedy Critics Wanted for a new virtual series, My Turn for Comedy, which you guys are tuning into right now. You guys can comment below or you guys can inbox direct to become a part of the show. Because now, of course, now, not later, of course, now it is time for what we've all come here for. And do y'all know what that is? Everybody? Anybody?
Sure
Yeah,
do.
Hey,
talk shit.
Everybody scream! My turn for comedy. And that is where our funny folks come to earn money for their funny. And in this special cleaning up episode, we are going to have each one of our comedic contestants perform 3 minutes of comedy. It does not have to be jokes, but I hope to God it's funny. And so does our audience too. So you don't want to disappoint them. All right. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking of a number in my head. So depending on who goes first, I'm thinking of a number in my head. And the person who comes closest to it will go first. So try not to think of what's in my head. Mike Gleason, what's the number?
12.
Randy, what's the number?
7.
Lisa, what's the number?
10.
Vanessa, Ray, what's the number?
15.
Miko J, what's the number?
98.
Randy Holton, da 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 da, you lose, which means you get to go first. All right, the number was 6, and you guessed 7. So the clock is set for your 3 minutes of comedy, and I'll explain to you and the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond the rules of the game. Now, you will receive $1 for each person you can convince to turn around with your funny, Randy. You will receive 25 whole dollars if you can convince them all to turn around. Now, there's 4 people that you have to convince, including myself, 5. So you start off with $5. So you can't fuck this up. All right, here we go. The clock is set. Everybody else in the studio, the cameras are off. And let me explain to the new person in the room, Miko. Go ahead and turn your camera off. And our comedian will have 3 minutes to make you laugh. If you laugh, turn your stream on. If you don't. But be prepared to explain your action. Now the clock is set, and the camera. Randy Holton, 3 minutes. Let's go.
I don't know if anybody's seen the sign on the highway. It says vasectomy, something like $600 or something like that. And they talk about how vasectomy is easy. Oh, it's nothing, snip, snip. Go home the same day. It's a piece of cake. Walk in a park. Well, I know somebody got a vasectomy, and his balls were the size of bowling balls. He tries to go to work, and he's a chef at the place I work. So he's back there trying to cook something, and his balls are growing as he's cooking. And then the pain kicks in, and they had to send him home because his balls hurt so bad, and they were big as bowling balls. Oh yeah, vasectomy, there's nothing to it. Walk in a park, go back to work, go back to whatever you're doing, no problems. Yeah, don't do it. Vasectomy, painful, torture. Yeah, forget it. I don't know if anybody's been to Key West, but they have a strip club down there. It's called Captain Jack's. It's quite a classy joint for sure. Me and my buddies walk in there. The stripper is pregnant. She's not pregnant. She's pregnant. We think she's going to have the baby right there on the floor, like the water's going to break. Leave a puddle on the floor and she'll fall into the water. She's going to give the baby a concussion swinging around on that pole with her vagina.
Vagina.
She's going to swing around that pole and throw the baby out the door because it'll be born. Her water will break and the baby will go flying. Look out! We did tip her though, because you figure she got to pay the bills. She's gonna have a baby on the way, right? But only in Key West do you see a pregnant stripper dancing. We were scared. We were really scared. We were gonna dial 911. But I was in the Army, and of course, Columbus, Georgia, notorious for when you're walking off the post, the prostitutes, ladies of the evening, they know the days you have off. So they're out there waiting for you. And you walk off the post because you can't afford a taxi. Really, you're just going to walk wherever you want to go. And there they are. There's a lineup out there. And you think they're on TV, they're like beauty queens, right? Oh, no. Toothless, full-figured women, as in 600 pounds, local streetwalkers. Yeah, they go, hey, honey. I like, Jesus. I'm like, if I'm buying, I'm getting the Cadillac model, not the Yugo. But there's one guy who was from Hawaii, and he went to the strip club, and they all shared a girl. And he came back with the panties around his neck. And back in, because he's bragging about it. Well, there was 10 guys. He was number 10. I was like, I'd rather be number 1 and all the good fun. But number
Time. Time. Y'all give it up for Randy Holton. That was amazing.
All right.
All right, Randy, let everybody know where they can find you if they want more of your kind of funny.
Well, Facebook under my name, Randy Holton. Instagram, R Holton604. Twitter, Holton at Randy. Holton _ at Randy. Those, and then of course doing some things around here in Tampa.
Hey, all right, Randy. Now you know that around here we love to play games, right?
Yeah.
We love to play games, so it is game time. And now you are starting off with $5 whole. Now you can risk it all, and you can see how many of the comedy critics turned around for your comedy, or you can walk away with your $5. What will it be, Randy?
Well, I didn't lose my $200 in Vegas being scared. So
Ooh,
I'm all in.
you're all in. Okay, so we have Tony Zamboni, who just now joined us. We have Miko J, Vanessa Ray, and that rhymes, so you know it's true. We have Lisa D, and Mike Gleason, and myself. Pick your poison.
Lisa D.
Lisa D. Da, 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 da. Yeah! All right, Lisa, what convinced you to turn on your camera for Randy Holton?
When he was talking about the pregnant, the woman having the baby going around the pole, I have seen some pregnant strippers, and yeah, it's like, damn, hope the baby don't come out. Dang, no baby better not come out. And I could just imagine, baby pop out, woo, baby, yeah.
Land on the floor.
That's where my mind went. That's where my mind went then. Yeah.
Oh, dear Jesus, you guys are terrible. All right, Randy Holton, you have one more before you are hit with another offer. So who will it be? Mike Gleason, Tony Zamboni, just because I love to say his name, Miko J, or Vanessa Ray, or myself?
Vanessa Ray.
Vanessa Ray. Da, 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 da. Yay, she turned on her camera. Before you start to talk, unmute yourself and tell us what got you to turn on your camera for Randy Holton.
I tell you, at first it was kind of slow. It was funny, but he wasn't getting me going. Of course, the pregnant lady, the baby shooting out, that visual was funny. But when he when he said the Cadillac and not a Yugo, and I thought, I hadn't thought of a Yugo in so long. How fucking old are we, Randy, that we even remember the Yugo, And and I was just like, and then he got gross. And I thought, well, gross is funny because I get pretty raunchy too. So,
Oh my God.
Old age, old white people.
All right, Randy. Well, that got you up to $7 whole. Now, it's never at the end of game time. So now what we will do is I will heat up the offer. I will double your money to $14 if you walk away now. Or would you like to hear what the other comedy critics have to say?
Go big or go home.
I love it. I love the saying. All right. So you have your choice between Mike Gleason, Miko J, or Tony Zamboni. Who's it gonna be? Or myself. I keep forgetting myself.
Mike Gleason.
All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yay!
Hi, everyone.
What got you to turn on your camera for Randy Holton?
What got me to turn it around was, instead of just being the middle-aged guy crabbing about being in line all day at CVS or something, you went to one of the scariest subjects for guys, which is, are you going to get the snip? And you wrote it. You wrote it right in, and it segued right into a pregnant stripper in Tampa, which is just. Oh, I had a nephew who was he was a car salesman at Daytona, at Toyota of Daytona, and like the stories he had about Tampa were wild. So, he was also one of the few people in Tampa with who didn't have a hip replacement. So that was interesting. The only thing, and I really like being on Sauce in the City, especially when you're on, is I would have woven together the vasectomy thing, and then about the stripper that was out to here and the baby was about to come out or something, and be like, have the bouncer yell, well, that's the last time I skipped, that's the last time I skipped that vasectomy.
Okay, well, Randy, you got another $1 in you're up to $14 and now $15 with the addition of Mike Gleason. So now you have 2 more to choose from, Miko J or Tony Zamboni. Risk it all or walk away. You have $15 whole.
I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Okay, so Miko J, Tony Zamboni, or myself.
Miko J.
Miko J. Well, her camera was not on. So Miko, you jumped over the queue, but that's okay. What prevented you from turning on your camera?
Oh shit. Want me to turn it back on? There you go.
It's okay. The surprise is ruined now.
Well, shit, you're gonna still see me anyway eventually, huh?
Right now, as a matter of fact. So what prevented you from turning on that camera for Randy Holton?
I know you just didn't have me for a minute, but then when you hit that lady with the baby on the pole, I actually have seen that in real life.
So bad.
Yeah, my life is full of bubbles, full of excitement.
Oh,
yeah, but other than that, really didn't have me.
Okay, well, Randy Holton, your prize went wah wah wah.
I'm sorry, Randy.
I'm in a generous mood, so you still have 1 lowly comedy critic left, and I will give you $5 whole where you started, or if you choose the comedy critic and they did turn on their stream, I will double it to $10, or you can walk away with your 5 now. Which one will it be?
$10 gets me another lottery ticket. I'm going for $10.
There you go. You're going with the $10. Okay, so Tony Zamboni is your last comedy critic to the stream. I'm trying to give you a chance to change your mind in case you want to. And if you don't, here he goes. It's too late now. Tony Zamboni. Welcome to the stream. What got you
What's up, guys?
keep your camera on for Randy Holton?
Oh man, he had me straight up with the pregnant stripper though. But I mean, the vision I got was, she'd be stripping and it would be the baby's first bungee cord experience at the same time. So, I thought that would be a little bit, because the umbilical cord and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, it had me. It was funny. I wish I would have caught all of it, but I only caught that part, and it was enough for me to go, hey.
Hey, I love it. Look at you, Randy. You won $10 whole, but you know that the party is not over yet. So now you have your last 3 choices. You can take your $10 and run head for the hills, or you can donate it back to Sauce in the City to keep the funny rolling, or we have a third really awesome option, which is the Tata Warrior Foundation. Shout out to Henny B, who is doing the work of God with this foundation. She is sending out supplies to people who newly find out they have cancer, who are in their cancer journey, or to the people at the end of their cancer journey, no matter what it is. And she does it out of her own pocket. So any little bit can help. All right, Randy, you have a few seconds to make your decision. What will it be? Do, 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 do.
Well, I would like to give it back to you, but I'll just give you some money anyways. It don't take no, yeah. And then I really don't need, if I get $10, I'm gonna buy a $10 scratch off. I'm probably gonna lose it anyways in a matter of seconds. So let's send it to something worthwhile. We'll give it to the Tata Foundation. It might go towards something worthwhile besides the state of Florida's hands.
Right on. We got $10 to the Tata Warrior Foundation. Shout out to Henny B. You guys can look her up on any platform. HYNNIB, like Brenda. You guys can't miss it. I promise you. This sounds like a very great time for a station break. And a shout out to UBSN TV, Katash and the gang. Thank you guys for allowing us the space. You guys can now catch up with us on your wireless, on your mobile device. We are on Android. You can download the app, see it's right there, and you select that button, and booyah, here we are again. You really cannot lose for winning around here because we are winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. Oh, and this computer is winning too. I'm gonna have to really get me one. I'm gonna have to look into an upgrade. All right, you guys, let's keep the funny rolling. I'm thinking of a number in my head. The person closest to it will go next. Let's go. Mike Gleason, what's the number?
13.
Randy, what's the number? Oh, say it again.
Okay, 10.
Lisa, what's the number?
2.
Vanessa, what's the number?
73.
Miko, what's the number?
69.
Ooh, I like it. Tony Zamboni, what's the number?
4.
Oh, actually, you win without going over. The number was 7. Because it was the only number I could think of because it was the one Randy guessed in the last round. All right, everybody. So go ahead and set your game boards. And Tony Zamboni, I am going to explain to you and the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond the rules of the game. You will receive $1 whole for every comedian screen you can convince to turn on. If they like you, they'll turn it on. If they don't, they won't. But they must explain their actions. So everybody in the studio, screens off. Timer is set. I want to make sure you see your screen. See, nice and clean. All right, timer is set for 3 minutes. Let's go.
So I never wanted to get into comedy because I'm afraid of my mom. I'm afraid she'd whip my ass for saying cuss words. But back in the day, her ass whoopings would be like this. I told you not to be cussing. Parkinson's now. The ass whoopings are a little bit different. It's like this. I told you not to be cussing. I'm really afraid of getting ass whooping and reverb. When I've been around here, been in a lot of bars, and I realized that IPAs, all liquor for white guys, Start drinking the IPAs. Start singing all the rap songs. Can't do any karaoke. End up with Frank Sinatra songs. And that's about all I got. Hello?
Y'all give it up for Tony Zamboni and his 2 point. I was waiting for you to keep going, but I thought maybe you would get back on. But anyway, if people want to look you and your story up, tell them where they can find you.
They can find me at Peninsula Comedy Group on Facebook, Tony Zamboni Chapman, all over the place. I have a show in Gig Harbor, Washington, which is the Beer Vault every month. And I have many comics that come out and enjoy and have a great time. And it's called the Beer Vault.
It's called the what?
The Beer Vault. It's Purdy, Washington. Beer Vault.
Okay, well, now I'm going to give you the same offer. You're going to start out with $5 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, there's 7 of us here now, so you get to start out with $3. So you can take your $3 and you can go home, or you can risk it all and see what the first 2 comedy critics have to say.
Yeah, I'll risk it. I'll listen.
Okay.
Like I said, I was totally not prepared for that part, but it's all good. Let's go.
You have Mike Gleason, Randy Holton, Lisa D, Vanessa Ray, or Miko. Pick your poison.
Let's go Vanessa Ray.
Oh, that's always a good choice. That's always a good choice. All right. Da, 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 da. She turned her camera on. All right, Vanessa Ray, what convinced you to turn your camera on for Tony Zamboni?
I tell you, when he was talking about getting ass whooping, that's exactly how I whoop my kids' asses. I told you not to do that. Did you hear me? And then when I get stoned, it'd be just, I told you. And I'd land it and let it sit for a minute and bring it back and just.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, you made a relatable joke. That's the way that I used to get beat too. So that's good. We can all relate. Yep. Okay. So now you have one more comedy critic to go. Who will it be?
I don't remember who they were.
Oh, Mike Gleason, Randy Holton, Lisa D, Miko J, and I think that's it.
Miko J, man.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Well, Miko,
He's still not here.
on your, and tell us what prevented you from turning on your camera for Tony Zamboni.
Tony, are you a comedian? That's my main question. When you got talking about the comedy spot, are you a for real comedian?
Yes, I'm a real comedian.
You know, your ass need to go pick a switch.
Turn the camera on and say it to his face.
Your ass need to pick a switch. You couldn't give us 3 minutes and you do this? You take your slip ass outside and you pick the biggest one. If you pick it, I got some duct tape to tie the rest of them together.
Oh, no. Oh, Tony. All right. Well, you did not get that one, but I'm still in a forgiving mood. So I will take it back to $3 because $3 is not a lot, but you can buy lunch at the dollar store.
I know I'm good.
Take it and walk away, or will you hear from Mike Gleason, Randy Holton, or Lisa D?
Mike Holton.
Huh?
Randy Holton, Mike Gleason, or Lisa D?
Gleason. Sorry, my bad.
Wow. All right, Lisa D. What prevented you from turning on your camera for Tony Zamboni?
Not long enough and not enough content for me. No.
You know what? That sounds like my love life.
Not long enough. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It took me longer to get set up to even be on here.
I just wasn't feeling the laughter, and then it was too short.
I was ready, and
Oh,
it
man.
was all
Well,
about setting this. Man, whatever, man. It's all good.
okay.
I'll do all right.
Well, here's the thing. You did try, and you still have 2 comedy critics left. Again, we're still at $3, so I'm going to give you one more chance because we only have 2 strikes. You can take the $3 and walk away, or you can hear from your last 2 comedy critics.
Let's hear from the last 2 comedy critics.
All right, Mike Gleason, you turned on your stream. What convinced you to push the button for Tony Zamboni?
That mother, I told you not to. That's perfect. You see, with my mom, sober or not, you'd hear, Michael, I asked you once nicely. And she'd like bang her foot like a gavel and like a little Irish Catholic battle axe. I'm like 5'8" and I weigh 290 pounds. I used to like completely eclipse my mother. And she'd get over here, and she'd drag me by the ear. And
No.
ever. This is a Christian household. Everything ended with 3 Hail Marys and a spanking. So,
Jeez. All right, Randy Holton, what convinced you to turn on your stream for Tony Zamboni?
Well, the ass whooping, is that like the Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease version of I told
Yes.
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really what I was laughing about. Because that's the Alzheimer Parkinson syndrome version of you're going to get ass
Thank you. Yeah. That's right.
Well, we had a nice go around, and Tony Zamboni, I think you are hilarious, and like you said, you needed to get set up. And but I do want to hear from you guys. Mike Gleason, speaking on that concept, when you get to a show, do you have to have time to set up?
kind of. My only real ritual is 2 cookies and Diet Coke, and that's like my little bounce. It's regular cookies, not pot cookies. And I had 2 chocolate chip cookies, and this is my Diet Pepsi. Diet 0 sugar Pepsi, so it's a health food. And that's just my little ritual. Just make sure I got that, and a nice shirt that's too big for me and not tucked in, and I feel comfortable, and I take it from there.
Okay. Randy Holton, how about you? Do you need time to set up before the show?
I don't know if you call it setup. I mean, I've got my stories that I'm going to tell. I know what stories I'm going to do, and then so it'll take a couple minutes anyways to kind of you want to kind of organize your thoughts, so to speak. So a couple minutes for sure.
Okay, Lisa D, how about you?
Because I'm always running late, so I usually get there like right before it's time for me to like hit the stage. So I usually have to have a vodka and cranberry juice, and once I get that down, I'm good.
Okay, I'm definitely digging it. And these are some knowledge nuggets because I forgot to introduce that part. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, but this is the golden knowledge nugget portion of the show where we give out handy dandy advice that our comedians can take or leave in their world of comedy. Vanessa Ray, how about you? Do you need time to set up before you go on stage?
I tell you what, cannabis and Welcome to the Jungle playing on the radio, so I'd headbang going down the interstate.
I love it.
And I've got all these plans, you know, in my mirror. I'm fabulous. I got the best show ever. Damn it, this is wonderful. Then I get there and I forget every damn thing I think about. And just whatever comes out, comes out.
Oh my goodness, Miko J. How about you? Any rituals or any time needed before going on stage?
Hell no. First of all, my fat ass always eating and snacking any damn way. So anyway, I pull up, I'm ready to roll. And I talk so much shit. It just, hey, I don't need anything to be ready. When I pop these eyes open, it's time for shit talking. That's the first thing I say. Thank you, God. Shit talking time. That's all I have right there. And it's like that all day, every day.
Oh, geez. Well, I am going to put that to the test because I am going to set you up with your very own 3 minutes for my turn for comedy.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Just letting you know, and the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, Miko, we will set the clock for 3 whole minutes, and we will give you a chance to tickle our comedy critics' funny bones. You will receive $1 for every screen that turns on. And if they all turn on, including myself, you will walk away with 25 smackaroonies. Well, not walk away because I still need till Friday, but you get the gist of it.
Dr. Friday.
Anyway, the screen has been set. Let me see. Okay, all players on the board, set your screen. So that Miko can see. She has a nice, clean screen with everybody off. The clock is set, Miko. It's your world. Let's get it.
First round, I want to say fuck Google. Google is nothing but the damn devil. Google will fuck your life up, and everybody know that. So let me tell y'all, my fat ass was walking in the grocery store one day and I got dizzy, right? And I was like, okay, while I'm in this motherfucker, let me Google some shit to figure why my fat ass getting home. It's dizzy. So I'm not hungry because, of course, I just said my fat ass don't do nothing but eat, right? So here I am Googling shit. Okay, well, obesity. Well, that's out the way because I already know I've been doing that for shit for over 45 years. Nigga been chunky. So then I said, okay, well, here it is. Oh, I am hungry. That's the problem. So here I am. I done bust up on the bag of chips. Here I am. My ass still dizzy. I'm lightheaded now. So I turned and the Google said, well, it's a heart attack. I said, okay, well, Lord Jesus, let me go ahead and get up out of the store. So I called my best friend. I told her, well, I'm having a heart attack. Google said I'm having a heart attack. So I need you to come help me out. Okay, so my friend panicked. She comes and where you at? She come on to the grocery store. All right, so we go to the hospital, and then I get there. The lady say, well, we don't see anything. She asked me all these questions. I just said, ma'am, Google said I'm having a stroke. Google said I'm having a heart attack, a stroke, palpitations. You know, I already know I'm obese, so we can just check that off the list. So all right, here we go. I go in there, they go ahead and they admit me. Oh, your blood pressure high. I don't have high blood pressure. You sound like the lady when she was checking my ass for asthma. I said, okay, well, that's fine. You know, let's see what the high blood pressure do. So I said, okay, well, give me some sugar cookies. So the lady said, well, we can't give you anything. You got to let your blood pressure go down. I said, ma'am, that's the only way my blood pressure go down because I need something to eat. I said, I want you to do this here. I want you to take your good hand, one you got the most sensitivity to, and I want you to squeeze this fat roll over here. That's what I want you to do. I want you to start right there. I want you to squeeze this fat roll, and then we'll go ahead, and I want you to tell me what type of hunger pains gonna kick in. Do you feel a thump like a baby in there? Because let me tell you right now, don't say I'm pregnant because I'm a lesbian, not a punk. So I want you to go ahead and touch that roll. I said, that roll says sugar cookie. That's what it said. I said, that's exactly what the hell it said. I said, and I talked to Google. I asked Google, said, now these just follow-up questions in here. I said, so I need all the follow-up questions to answer.
Time. Y'all give it up for Miko J and the 3 minutes of comedy. Okay, lady, let everybody know where they can find you if they want more of your ha-has.
Just Google my ass, Miko JF. Just Google me. I'm all across the board. You'll see Miko JF, boy girl collection. You will see that Lucky Guts. Hey, that's me, Miko JF. That's it. Google my ass.
Hey, Google her. All right.
And my
Miko.
Google not gonna kill you either. It's gonna be a hell of a drug. And donuts.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, you had me laughing, certainly. And you're going to start off with $3 because we're 3 people short. So, congratulations on the win of $3. Now, I will give you the same choice that I gave all others. You can walk away with your $3, or you can see what the first 3 comedy critics have to say.
Hey, I'm all for the ears. Give me the ears.
Give her the ears. All right. Tony Zamboni, Vanessa Ray, Lisa D, Randy Holton, or Mike Gleason. Pick your poison.
Vanessa Ray.
Da, 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 da. Booyah. All right, Vanessa Ray, what convinced you to turn on your camera for Miko J? Unmute your mic and your voice will follow.
And I already clicked it. Didn't click. Didn't click, just like my ex. He never could find a clicker. Yeah, he just. But when she was talking about just squeeze over here on the side, that's the sugar cookie.
Oh, God.
Mine's frosted mint.
All right, Miko J, Tony Zamboni, Lisa D, Randy Holden, or Mike Gleason.
Let's go with Vanessa Ray.
Oh no, you already picked her.
I mean, Lisa D. Lisa. Sorry about that, because the golf hat.
What convinced you to turn your camera on for Miko J?
I connected with that because it was like, I feel dizzy. It is like, my stomach's like, feed me, Seymour. And it's like, yeah, the sugar cookie, yeah. Mine says sugar cookie too. Sugar cookie. Now.
Oh my dear Lord. Okay, well, geez.
Hunger can feel like a heart attack if you yes.
Right?
Oh man. All right. You have one more between Mike Gleason, Randy Holton, or Tony Zamboni. Which one will it be, Miko?
Let's go with Mike.
All right. Mike to the stream. Da, da, da. What convinced you to turn your stream on for Miko J?
When you finally got to Google says you're having a heart attack, that's when you finally caught up and you went on a roll, and I just loved you got me there. And then everything about feel the cookie and the cookie roll and everything, just what are those hanger pangs going to tell you? We got to do this, but first we have to do something else about your medical situation first. And it's like, if you give me that cookie, my blood pressure will go down. You see how this works?
Exactly.
All right, Miko, looking good. You made it. So now you have a whole $3. You held on to it. Now you have 2 comedy critics to go. So what I will do is I will triple that to $9 whole if you walk away now, or you can hear what the next 1 comedy critic has to say. Which one will it be?
Let's go with Zamboni.
Zamboni! Wah, wah, wah. All right, Tony Zamboni Chapman, what prevented you from pushing the button for Miko J?
One, because she sweat me so hard.
I felt you was going to retaliate.
At the beginning of that, she wasn't entertaining. I don't want to hear none of that. You wasn't all that. Funny people. People get funny when they want to. I wasn't ready for that type of funny yet. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you.
I mean, you
I can
feel
hold
me?
3 minutes though.
Okay, but hey, I can hold 2-3 minutes too. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what she said. But right now, I'm just saying it wasn't entertaining that minute. It took a minute for you to get warmed up. It took 1.25 minutes for you to get your shit right. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
But
retaliation. Come on, retaliation. I'm gonna take it.
Well, Miko J, I would have picked Randy Holton. And just so you know, Randy Holton did turn his stream on. And what made you turn your stream on for Miko J?
Well, I thought it was pretty funny because if you're having a heart attack, I would dial 911. Looking it up on Google, I don't know. Because Google can't come up and pick your ass up and take you to the hospital. So I don't know. Google and the heart attack. I don't know about that.
Well, it was certainly good to hear it. You had me laughing. I was like, oh, when you said touch the roll, I was like, babe, let me tell you about these rolls that you could be touching right now. Like, oh my God, you guys have been amazing. And I always love a good open mic, but you know what I love more than a good open mic? I bet y'all don't know. But if y'all do, on the count of 3, say it. 1, 2, 3.
Game time.
Game time.
Someone was paying attention in class, and I love it. All right. This one is going to be the comedy gauntlet. Now, the rules to this game are very simple. You get 60 seconds to spit straight fire. If you stutter or you're not funny, you're out. So if the people in the studio are not laughing with you, you are so out. If there are crickets, yeah, you get the gong. All right, we have categories, and the best man or woman left standing wins. Pretty simple, right?
Yep.
Yes.
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 Okay, because I don't want to hear about I'm cheating and you didn't understand the rules of the game, or you didn't hear it, or you wasn't paying attention. I don't want to hear none of that. This is the survival of the fittest. All right, round 1, freestyle. You get 60 whole seconds to blow your mic. Miko J, you're up first. Let's go.
All right, so here we go. So this is what happened. I'm an asthmatic, right? So I went to the doctor. Well, no, I had an asthma attack. I couldn't control it. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor, they hooked me up, drugged me up real good. Now I know the whole thing was steroids and all that shit. So they came back, and the lady said, well, you get a diabetic. I said, ma'am, I'm not a diabetic. So here I am, they discharged me, right? So when they discharged me, they sent me home with all this shit here. My brother's a diabetic. So I didn't call and tell him. I was like, okay, well, let me just stick myself. So I didn't know you had to stick yourself, just a few times. Me, I was sticking myself every 5 minutes trying to check my sugar, right? So when I went to go check my sugar, I went ahead and called my brother because I'm like, I'm running out of places to really.
All right, Randy Holton, let's go. 60 seconds. Let's get it.
Well, that sticking yourself, I was given blood or had to get blood taken or whatever the fuck they do. But the damn, she must have been her first day, or I don't know, maybe she's senile. She had trouble seeing. Maybe she had a bad needle. Maybe her hand shook. But she kept poking me and missing my vein. And I got big veins. And I mean, I got big veins. Helen Keller could see my veins and put the needle in it. And she
nope. All right, Tony Zamboni, let's go.
yeah, I'm having a good day today. I found one of my socks I've been missing for about 6 months. The problem is what I deal with is me. Off in the other one, you know what I mean? So, but they both had holes in them. So, I had holes in different area codes because it was all mixed up. Couldn't find it. But yeah, I like Vaseline, but I can't use it to jerk off with. I have to use lotion. You know what I mean? It's good finding great lotion. For a long time, I was giving myself the St. Louis hot rub. You know what I mean? Wasn't feeling all that great. You ever had a Indian rug burn on your penis? Not a great thing.
Wow.
Is that 90 seconds?
Right, Lisa, go.
So, I grew up youngest of 8. I've got 7 older brothers and sisters that were all teenagers when I was born in the 70s. Okay, I was born in 1975. They were already in high school. And when I say 1970s teenagers, I don't mean like the Brady Bunch or the Osmonds. No. My brothers and sisters listened to bands like Black Sabbath and the Grateful Dead and the first wave of punk rock. So you could imagine what my parents' van used to smell like all the time. And when I was about 5, the thing about being a little kid with a big family is I learned how to talk around people who were taking the SATs or like reading the news every day. And I'd heard the word cocaine from my siblings, and I don't know what it was, but everything's tied to either Jerry Garcia or Ozzy Osbourne.
All right. Vanessa Ray, hold on. Let me get you. Vanessa Ray, let's go.
Cocaine and morphine too. Lots of shit to get you high. Yes, I tell you, I remember those days. I'd sit there and I'd be playing with salt and line it up and have people come by and they just, oh man, that's killer. I'm like, no shit, that wasn't it. Just never know. But cannabis, let's speak about weed. I've got the green thumb, I've got the green finger, I've got the green middle finger. Those are 3 fingers I use to break up my weed when I'm rolling a joint. So, what's the worst that can happen when you smoke a lot of weed? There ain't no leftovers for at Christmas. There might be a fight in Little Debbie's aisle because I will take a grandma down. Yeah. Those are my ding dongs, Grandma. Those are my ding dongs. Yeah, Mom's okay. She's laying there in bed. I just gave her a Valium and just put her to sleep. We'll just keep it at that, I tell you what, though, it's not easy being old. Everything's falling. Even though I got a note this morning saying, "Oh, good morning, sugar tits."
Time. Lisa, go.
Let me tell you guys, I was watching the news and they were talking about those UFOs that they shot down too. And then the senator got on and he was like, everybody needs to be careful and lock your doors. I'm thinking, dude, if there's aliens and they're traveling all across the universe and they figured out space travel, you honestly think locking my door is going to keep an alien out of my house? Please, if locking my door, I can't keep Joey, the crackhead, out of my house, and Ricky, the meth head, out of breaking my house. How in the heck is it going to stop some alien that's done figured out space travel from getting into my house? Are you serious? I don't think they're going to have any problem with that. But that alien better be careful, because if he breaks into the wrong house and it's a woman that's got like 25 cats and 25 dogs, she's going to knock that alien out, and the alien's going to wake up with a badge on that says Fluffy. He's going to have a leash on that says Fluffy, and he's going to be like freaking out, and he's going to ooze out green stuff everywhere because he's so scared. And then she's going to spray him with a bottle and then rub his nose in it and say, "No, Fluffy, no, Fluffy." And that, friends, is how the war of the world starts right there. Because some white woman done took the alien ass daggone pet and rubbed his nose in this ooze, and now they're going to kill us all. You got to think about that.
Fucking white women, I swear.
Time. Our next category is roasting. You guys will get 60 seconds to roast anything or anyone, starting with Lisa D. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go.
Let me tell you, I watched that Chris Rock special. And it's like, Chris Rock, You are so bitter about getting your face slapped. You acted like, it was no big deal. But the stuff you said, and then you called old girl a bitch too. Oh, Chris Rock, you were really, really, really sore. Not just your face, but your confidence was really, really hit hard. And I'm telling you, Will Smith, he good. He a millionaire. So you can say whatever you want about Will and Jada. They millionaires. But dude, yeah, I could tell. You were hurt. You were hurt, and not just by the slap. And dude, Chris Rock, you are funny. You are a funny, funny guy. Let it go. Let it go.
Tony Zamboni, go.
Man, when we go to Chris Rock, we just go straight to Chris Rock, man. Like, dude, you was a crackhead, man. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't talk about somebody who's bald. You know what I'm saying? My sister bald. She had cancer. You know what I mean? You're just sweating people with cancer, as far as I'm concerned. A whole bunch of beautiful people with beautiful heads. And that's just how it is. But you got to talk about the one that has Appalachia, or whatever the hell that shit was. I think you need to sit the hell down.
All right, Vanessa Ray, let's go.
I tell you, I'm not really good at roasting, except for when I put some weed in the end of my one hitter, and I will roast that marijuana leaf like it's nothing. It's like, you're so bad. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't make somebody happy and now nauseous and sleep better. Shame on you. That's about as mean as I can get.
Well, that's not very mean. So congratulations, Lisa D, on winning the dog pile race. And now you get to give your acceptance speech. You know how we used to do it. Shout out to the Academy.
I would like to thank everyone for my award of being like the baddest bitch on this TV right now. Thank you so much. Even though that's not the title that I was given, that's the title that I will accept. The baddest bitch on this TV right now. And I would like to thank the Academy for having such good taste in choosing me. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. So funny, so funny. You guys are all so very funny. Thank you guys for all participating in the game. It is so good to be back in my little world again. It's my little world. It's all mine.
We missed you.
It seems like a perfect time for another station break. That's right, you guys. Shout out to Katash and the game UBSN TV. Thank you guys for allowing us the space to commune, get together, tell jokes, be funny, and be our authentic selves. Nothing like a good friend that allows you to do so. It's very easy to join us on Roku, y'all. Just access the Roku device, download the UBSN TV app, and search Sauce in the City. It is right there. It's right there. All right. So, of course, we have to keep it rolling because, yeah, my turn for comedy, that is what we do around here. And you guys understand the name of the game. It's where our funny folks come to earn money for their funny. We have our next contestant in the house, so we are going to set his stream. All right, our next contestant up is Mike Gleason. Mike!
Kids say the darndest things. When I was 5, because we had that white cat named Cocaine,
Wait,
what I had
not
done
yet.
was I had
Not
drawn
yet.
a. What's that?
I said not yet. I have to intro you. I gotta there's something I gotta do first, Mike.
I had an edible, and like every 5th word is dropping.
That's why they call him premature Mike.
Okay, that's how it goes down around here.
No, it's how it comes. It comes and goes.
Okay. Well, Mike, I will give you $1 for every comedian for every comedy critic that you can convince to turn on their stream. If they like you, they'll turn their stream on. If they don't, they won't. But they will explain why they didn't. All right. So the clock is set, Mike. And because we've done this before, look how quickly we've set our screen now. The clock is set, 3 minutes on the clock. Let's get busy.
So the 80s were an interesting decade for my family. We had the all-white cat. We told the vet and the animal control in our town the cat's name was Snowball. I would find that out only after I was, and you do your daily work in kindergarten. You pick a white crayon, and I drew a big white thing, and I wrote under it, "I love cocaine." I come home from school every day and I find cocaine under my sister's bed. My dad likes cocaine under his nose when the Celtics are on TV. And he also likes cocaine when he does his taxes. And when mom is vacuuming the rug, she'll stop halfway and she'll scoop cocaine off the floor and she'll feel all that love and warmth that everyone gets from cocaine. Every day, all day, my family just loves cocaine. The other thing that happened was in the late 80s into the mid 90s, we would give my mom, a bathrobe for Christmas. And this went on for 7 years in a row. So one for each day of the week. And we'll get to why that is. You'd hear every time, "Oh, a bathrobe for mommy. Thank you. Oh, God, love you." Because the thing was, my mom, as prudish and Irish as she was, would somehow one of those seven bathrobes would somehow teleport itself, like at Star Trek, back to her bedroom closet, and she'd come out of the bathroom with her glasses on and her hair and the shower cap to protect the curlers and a washcloth. And then you would hear, "Passing through," followed by, "Passing through, why didn't you tell me you had friends over? Rat." And then later, I was thinking in family therapy, I should tell her, "Passing through. It's why I'm gay."
Time. All right, you guys give it up for Mike Gleason. And go ahead, Mike, and tell people where they can find you if they want more of your kind of funny.
They can find me as Mike Gleason, Caffeinated Raconteur on Facebook. They can find me as M Gleason 1230 on Instagram, and I'm Uncle Spike on TikTok.
Hey, now that is the way to cover everything. All right, Mike Gleason, I will give you the same deal, $3 to walk away now, or you can risk your $3 and hear what the first two comedy critics have to say.
I have gotten amazing notes from her before, so whether or not she turned her camera on or not, I want to hear from Vanessa.
All right, here we go. Vanessa Raisin Hillbilly Peach. What convinced you to turn your stream on for Mike Gleason? Mute your mic.
I tell you what, it was really funny, and it was almost like a throwback to Cocaine and Pussy. They seem to go together a lot in the 70s and early 80s, and the way he just continued it is like, that's just how it was. It just kept continuing. His father, his sister, him, the teacher.
Just everybody. All right, Mike Gleason. That is one down. You have one to go. Who will be your next up?
I want to hear from Tony Zamboni.
All right, look at you cutting to the beginning of the ride. All right,
Wow.
Tony Zamboni, what convinced you to turn your stream on for Mike Gleason?
Well, I mean, it was funny. Can't remember the joke, but because at the end he kind of faded out, but the beginning was awesome. I loved it.
Okay, I love those comments. Look how warm and fuzzy that is. All right, Mike Gleason, 2 for 2. So you retain your $3, and I am feeling in a generous mood, so I will double that. I'm not feeling that generous, so I will double that to $6 if you will take, or you can take hold on. I will double it to $6 for the next to Comedy Critics, or you could walk away with your $3 now.
I'm gonna keep going. You don't. I don't. I didn't stay up this late just to only stay up this late. Let's hear. Let's hear from Randy.
All right, Randy Holton. Da, 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 da. Randy, what convinced you to turn your stream on for Mike Gleason?
Well, for some reason, the cocaine joke reminded me of at the assisted living or independent living place. There's a woman, her cat died, and so they gave her a stuffed cat to, console her because she lost her cat. And she would go into the lobby and say something like this: "I'm going to go upstairs and play with my pussy." So, for some reason, that reminded me of that. For some reason.
Wow.
These are the comments you are getting, Mike Gleason. And this is pretty good stuff around here. So you made me laugh. So I'm a little bit afraid, but I'm not that scared. So in order to give this a nice, clean finish, I will go for the big bucks. I will offer you $15 to walk away now, or hear from the rest of the Comedy Critics to see if you got a full screen turn.
Free advice will always surpass $15. So let's hear from the rest of the group.
All right, Lisa D. Da, 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 da. What
He was
convinced
very
you to
funny.
turn
He
your-
was funny. I was listening to that cocaine joke and I'm just thinking, dang, CPS should have been at his house. CPS should have been called. Yeah, it was very funny, very fresh. I liked it.
Oh, very funny and very fresh. Oh my gosh. All right, we have one more left to hear from. I will give you one last chance, Mike Gleason, to take the money and run, or do you want to hear from the last one?
I'm too heavy set to run. Let's go ahead and get the last one.
Rico J.
Size 3XL.
Oh my God. You set me all the way back. So I remember when I had got the whole family reunion high. Like I had bought food,
Nice.
everything with weed, and at the fucking munchies at the family reunion. Everyone was hiding the rap ass at the family reunion. Because I am like the biggest prankster, and I felt like let's get these old people rolling in this bitch.
Oh,
That's
dang.
amazing. I want to go to a family reunion. Videos.
As you can see, even myself included, you received a full screen turn. And so congratulations.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And with that being said, we're gonna roll right into I think it's our last one. Last but certainly not least, Lisa D, the clock has been set and we are about to set your board too. And 3 minutes, my dear. And we got questions for Mike Gleason right after this. So let's go. Everybody, cameras off.
Okay, hello everybody. I have been paying attention to the news here lately, and let me tell you, I was watching the news and it was talking about this woman who from Fort Pierce, Florida. She was walking her dog by this pond that had this big ass alligator in it. They knew it had a big ass alligator in there, and she's walking her dog, and the alligator comes and grabs her dog. Whoa. Okay, she's 85 years old, and for some reason, this 85-year-old woman thought that she could take on a 10-foot-long alligator to get her little dog back. First of all, let me say, if it was me, it would have been like, bye, dog. Hey, PetSmart, you got some pets for sale. Because it would be like, it was like, oh, Anyway, so the woman goes in after the gator, a 10-foot long gator. This 85-year-old woman thought she could get a 10-foot long gator. And guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. It did not work because the gator ate her ass. The gator ate her up. And I'm pretty sure her last words were "fuck," because I guess she didn't, but the gator did. The gator ate her up, and the dog got away. It's like, get it real. Because first of all, it's a dog. You don't your life is worth more than a dog. You let that gator get the dog because there's more dogs out there. You could have got yourself a cat.
God. Y'all give it up for Lisa D on the stream. And of course, I always find you funny, amazingly talented. You are my girl. Tell everybody where they can find more of you and your funny.
Well, you can Google me. You can see me do live comedy here in the area. I'm from Terre Haute. I do comedy at Tolly's. I do comedy at the Treehouse. I do comedy right here on Sauce in the City. You can find me if you wanna. You can just find me. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere.
Okay. So now look. Hypothetically, I would have $25 to give out for this week. So you and Mike Gleason are going to have to work together for this prize pot, right? It's going to be the two of you. Now, you can either add to the prize pot of $25 because he got a full screen turn and walk away, or you can risk his $25 and hear from a comedy critic. Which one will it be?
Oh, geez. I can take his $25?
You can't know it's in the pot. You guys have a pot together to split at the end of this. You can either risk his $25. So right now you guys both get $12.50. Or you can add you can add $5 because Vanessa Ray, her internet gave out, I think. So you can add $5 if you hear from one comedy critic, but if they didn't turn on their stream, you lose all of y'all money and y'all walk away with nothing. What will it be?
Oh, that is I've never had a full turn. I've never had everybody turn on their never. So to not risk anybody's money, because I never get a full turn. I never do. So I will take the option where I don't have to risk his money.
Okay, well, let's see what our comedy critics had to say. Randy Halton, what convinced you to turn on your stream for Lisa D?
Well, generally, I wouldn't think of a woman being ate by an alligator funny, but that's Darwin words, right? She just made us all smarter by getting ate by an alligator, trying to save her stupid dog.
Screw the dog.
Okay. Lisa D, that's one down. So you would have had $30. So hypothetically speaking, would you have risked that $30? I will give you guys $40. Would you have risked it hypothetically for the next two comedy critics?
Hypothetically, if it wasn't somebody losing something, and it wasn't, if it was just me losing, I would have said let's do it. So I would say, yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, and who would you have chosen? Miko J, Tony Zamboni, or Mike Gleason?
Mike Gleason.
Well, that would have been a sure bet. You guys would have walked away with $40 because, of course, he turned on his stream for you. Mike Gleason, what convinced you to turn on your stream for Lisa Wood?
The gator. every day I just like to Google Florida man, and oh boy, and I'm working on a parody of Neil Young's Southern Man, but Florida Man, yeah, and just what'd you do that day, and just the fact that the Florida Man thing transcends genders, the fact that any gender can now be a Florida man, and that includes this caper, and I would have screamed like, and I will turn you into a pair of shoes if you ever do that again.
Oh, Lisa, you would have walked away with the money, but you still would have one more. So Mike Gleason and Miko J or Tony Zamboni?
Tony Zamboni, because he may have had a little stank face. He might, because but I want to see what Tony Zamboni had to say.
Why I gotta have the stank face?
On his stream, Tony Zamboni, what convinced you to turn your stream on for Lisa Wood?
Guys, they're talking about it. I was like, this is not gonna end good. I knew it. And see, what I want to know was the husband training the dog to go by that certain spot? You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more creepy, a little bit more drama. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like, yeah. It's figures the dog got away. She got ate. Yeah, it was funny as hell. I was buying.
Okay, well, Lisa, you would have walked away with the money. You would have. Okay, but you have never had a full screen
Never.
turn. So
Never.
I understand your apprehension. Now, my last question would have been to double your money or nothing on the last comedy critic, Miko J. Do you think that Miko J would have turned on her stream? You walk away with double your money. If not, you would have walked away with zero. Would you have risked it?
See, Miko is the one that I'm cut. Oh no, because she been rough. She been rough. But you know what? Since it's just, I would risk it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ass.
Okay.
Now.
Turn on your stream for Lisa Wood.
First of all, it took me back to my childhood. My dad told me not to throw those apples at that alligator. He kept telling me not to throw apples at the alligator. I kept throwing apples at the alligator. I didn't know them some bitches can run that fast. But look, that last, my dad say, look, Meek, stop throwing apples at that alligator. Now we didn't get whoopings. He just say, you gonna learn. And look, that damn thing moved. And I took off running. It was taking off running with me. And unfortunately, my dog did get eaten by that alligator while I was on top of the van. While I was on top of my dad's van, and they had to call the forest ranger out to come get the alligator because I was stuck on top of the van and still throwing apples at the damn thing.
Oh my God, bringing back nostalgia seems to be the way to go. Lisa Wood, you would have walked away with indeed a full screen turn.
Oh, well, but you know what's funny? The picture that they had of the alligator, they had caught the alligator and they had like its hands behind his back, well, they killed it, but they had his hands behind his back, and I'm like, dang, it's like, they're just, yeah. Oh.
All right. Well, now this decision is between you and Mike Gleason. You guys have a $25 pot, thanks to Mike Gleason, to split between the two of you. Now, we always end with da-da-da-da. See if y'all was paying attention in class.
Game time.
So you guys have three choices. You can take the money, split it, and run. Or you can take the money and donate it back to Sauce in the City to keep the funny rolling. Because y'all know we need it. God knows we need it. Or or our very favorite option over here, which is the Tata Warrior Foundation, ran by our girl Henny B out of her very own pocket, supplying the needs of everyone on their cancer journey because she cares and I care too. So I like to help her. So you guys have 3 minutes to talk it out amongst yourselves. And I will be back in 3 minutes to get your decision.
Well,
And
you know, I would honestly like to give half to Sauce in the City and half to Tata's, because Tata's is just, it's a wonderful thing. And as a cancer survivor, you know, you know, you need all the stuff she's sending. You wouldn't think about getting until you're at that point where you need it. And then Sauce in the City, you know, Sauce in the City is a good thing. So what do you think, Mike? I mean,
I first of all, God bless you for being a survivor. That's wonderful. How many years remission are you in?
2, going on 2.
A miracle. One of my sisters is in her 12th or 13th year of remission, and to your point, I'm sure there was a period a couple of years ago where like it's either the pharmacy or we're going to have to go grocery shopping, and which is it going to be? And that's an awful, especially in the United States. That's such a hard decision.
Yeah, I was literally begging for money because I had no money, none whatsoever. So yeah.
My sister had switched over to Medicaid, had to switch to Medicaid, and that was like, oh my God, like what if we didn't have a big family she could borrow from, just crash on people's couches or something? That would have been a real nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're here. You got a great sense of humor. I'd like to hear more from you.
Thank you.
I think the half and half, half to the charity and then half to keep Sauce in the City going. I agree with you.
Yeah. They're both great things.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
And thank you. I'm gonna keep fighting.
Keep doing it. Yeah. Are you from Florida? Is that where you grew up?
No, I'm actually from Indiana.
Okay.
A lifetime resident of Indiana, and I actually like it.
Good.
I like Indiana. So yeah.
Wonderful. No, one of my sisters lived there for a while. She called herself a Hoover. She called herself a Hoosier, but they seemed to think because she wasn't from Indiana that she wasn't one. So.
Okay, so it sounds like some good conversation was happening while I was away. And I hope that you guys have made your decision, and I will allow you on the count of 3 to do it together. So 1, 2, 3.
We're giving half to each. Half
to each, to Tata's and to Sauce in the City.
You guys are amazing, and you guys are the reason that I do what I do. It has been nothing but a joy and a pleasure hanging out with you guys. But you know what time it is. It's time to say goodbye, because it's time to go. But
Good night, sweetheart.
So I always feel very sad about this part of the show because I hate saying goodbye, but I love laying down. However, it always is a good time for a station break. You guys can tune into us via the mobile device and also via Roku. Here are the instructions, because we will be playing some interviews, some behind the scenes footage, some music, and all of this other great content that I have been privy to. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned to after this show. But before we get out of here, this is something that we used to do a long time ago, and I think we wandered too far away from it. I can't find the graphics for it, but that's okay. What I want you guys to do is I want you to lead with the shout out. I want you to give 60 seconds to any and everybody who's had anything to do with you in the world of comedy. Let's go.
I want to thank my parents and my siblings, because those Boston accents are just permanent. I don't even have to write jokes. I just paraphrase stuff I already told my shrink. That and I just the idea. It's called like a Gestalt. It's like a group thing, and like once you get the group energy going of very funny people, it's very, very therapeutic, very restorative, and I really enjoy that.
All right. See how good that felt? And we want to shout you out, Mike Gleason. Thank you so much for staying up late, even though you have to deal with all of these situations in the morning and playing along with us. We will see you soon on the next episode. Randy Holton, you're up next. Shout out.
I'd like to shout out to every open mic in Florida that I've been to. Jacksonville, Gainesville, Naples, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Tampa, Cape Coral, Fort Myers. Yeah, I've been to a whole shitload of them. Lots of practice.
Well, we want to shout you out, Randy Holton, for getting better and better and better and better. The longer that we've known you, you have always been our rock. I was just watching Three Drunk Unks and a White Guy, and guess who's still standing? The white guy. So shout out to him for being that white guy. Lisa D, 60 seconds to shout out.
I would like to thank my fucked up life. Thank you, fucked up life, for making me as humorous as I am. Because if I didn't laugh, I'd be crying. I'd like to thank Tolly's Bar and Grill for giving me my first shot on stage doing comedy. Thank you, Tolly's Bar and Grill, because you are the reason I started being a comedian. I would also like to thank Levi and all the comedians here in Terre Haute. And I would like to also thank Sauce in the City for giving me a platform that I can always come to and be funny. And you gave me my bestie. So, yeah, I love you, Sauce in the City. Mwah. Yeah. And everybody that I was on the show with, I had so much fun. Thank you, guys. Shout out.
Shout out to you, Lisa D. Thank you for coming by and sharing that energy with us. I think we have wandered away from the shout outs, and we never should have done that. So thank you for giving it the old Lisa D shine. Miko J, 60 seconds. Shout out.
I like to shout out to my parents for not beating my ass. We didn't get whoopings. They just allowed me to be goofy and silly. Funny part, I am not a comedian. I just enjoy to talk shit. It just happens I just do it pretty well, but I do host some events, and I do pyrotechnics, robotic special effects set building for films. And I also have my alcohol-infused ice cream popsicles, and I make my own wine, and I love to get people fucked up. Let me just say that. But yes, I do thank you for all the platforms, Sauce in the City. You know, I do chime in when my schedule is not doing, I can be lazy, Exhibit A. So, yeah. But I really thank my mom for really not beating the hell out of me, though, because I was a bad than a motherfucker. I need all the hair follicles in my head. That's how many ass whoopings I needed. But
Well, shout out to you, Rico J, and your mama who never beat your ass. So shout out for that. And shout out for you being here. So thank you so much for coming by and sharing your newfound funny, because your lips say you ain't a comedian right now, but I got video footage that proves different. And we'll that later. We love you and thank you so much for coming by. Shouts out to you, Tony Zamboni Chapman. 60 seconds. Shout out.
What's up? What's up? All right. Yo, shout out to my mama for giving me tough skin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the pants too. You know what I'm saying? She put the patches on them and stuff to cover up the holes and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got tough skin from her. And, you know, so when people like Miko poke me and stuff like that, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So, you know what I mean? But I want to give a big shout out to Sauce in the City for letting me come on. I love it. And having the time to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you're busy with that Pimp movie that you're making. You know what I'm saying? So
Pippin ain't dead.
Hey, Pippin ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, Powder. You know what I'm saying? So
Mo City the movie, shout out.
get it. You know what I'm saying?
Town
So
baby.
and shout out to everybody on this whole thing, man. Y'all all funny, you know, and I feel you guys. Let's go.
Oh, well, shout out to you, Tony Zamboni Chapman. Thank you so much for giving our platform another try until you eventually started to love it. So, shout out to you. It was rocky that first episode, but we made it. We're here. So that's the important part. So shout out to you and thank you so much for coming by to share your funny. Shout out to Nikki Malish, Neva Foxworth. I hope I said that right. Dang it, Eva Rodriguez. And of course, Shaquan Williams. Shaquan, hey Shaquan. So shout out to the whole Sauce in the City family. Shout out to Mo McCoy and Fireproof TV and Films for allowing me the space to be able to record my dreams. It has been nothing but fun. I will take this moment to let you guys all know that now this is no longer just a comedy platform, even though comedy will always be in my heart. You see what I'm working with. But now we are going into film. So if you guys want to come on and you guys want to test out your skill set in the acting category, please comment on this video or inbox me. Fireproof TV Films, they provide great opportunities for actors and actresses who are up and coming in the world, even the ones that don't know that they're actors and actresses. They don't know it until they get on set. And why I stuttered is because I was trying to see if I have enough left over. I do, in order to perform this rendition. It is a snippet from Mo City because that is going to take me into our next half of the show. So I want you guys, my actors and actresses, and I knew this was going to happen. So Lisa D, you're on. This is going to be a performance by Lisa D, Randy Holton, and Mike Gleason reading a snippet from Mo City, the movie. And let me just check this out because as far as I'm concerned, oh yeah, we finna do this and it is going to be super fun. So I'm trying to stall to give Lisa enough time to get her gumption together because I just saw her Adam's apple plunge like, oh, no, like, no, not now. All right, so female one is going to be Lisa D. Comedian one is going to be Mike Gleason, and customer one is Randy. So here we go, and scene. Unmute your mic, and your voice will follow.
Yes, where is Craig? Craig prepares himself in the mirror and coughs.
Female one, the Mo City script.
That's what I'm looking at. And it's lights out. Yes, where is Craig?
Very good. Female one, you have to read the rest of that. You got to do this. It's an act out. I need all of it in there.
Where is Craig?
Craig prepares himself in the mirror. He coughs. Blood is shown in the sink. Craig is shown raising his head from the sink. He looks sad. There is a knock at the door. Comedian one.
Damn, Craig, you getting ready for the show or are you just taking a shit, man? Come on. Taking a shit or not? Let's go.
Craig smiles into the mirror, wipes his mouth with his hand, pumps sanitizer onto his hand, exits the restroom, taking shirt back and forth with the. I can't see that. I'm blind. Anyway, scene 5. Chris is cutting an older client's hair. Customer 1 says,
Hey, I caught your brother's show last night. He's got some things to learn. He's a crazy motherfucker. Maybe he needs to lay off the cocaine or something. Slow down. Because, wow, he is crazy.
oh my God. And scene. You guys have been a beautiful audience. And like I said again, we are moving into films. This is one of our our second one up. Pippin Ain't Dead. That's right, you guys. If you thought it was, think again. Shooting out in Grand Rapids, Detroit. Grand Rapids, Detroit, Chicago, and Memphis. So if you guys are in that area and you want your big break in the movies, come on out and join us. It is online registration. So all you have to do is go to the link and click, and boom, you will be a movie star, especially if I have anything to do with it. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Sauce in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour, my turn for comedy. But no, it ain't just for comedians anymore. So actors and actresses trying to get your foot in the door, or artists, music artists that would like to get your music on the soundtrack. Yeah, Pimpin' Ain't Dead. It's going to have a fire soundtrack number 2. They did it the first time, but nothing like perfection looking in your rear view mirror. So with that being said, this is your girl, Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child, and I am out of here. But stay tuned, because we're just going to turn this back on, because we're on Roku. We can't be missing all that good stuff. So stay tuned to the green room, y'all.